All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, just as always, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, the Holy Tongue, for the one true name of the Heavenly Father, being Yahweh, and that of the Messiah, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, being Yahushai. There is no other name given among men whereby you must be saved, as it is written, man. Acts 4 and 12. I'd like to give double honors unto the elders and the apostles and GMS Great Millstone, as it is written, who do real well today, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those of you hopeful, faithful, potential members of the elect out there who are doing the best to make the calling of your election sure, man. All right, this is the Brother Gar. We're back at you with another lesson, and Lord willing to be edifying, man. All right, and I'll just speak for myself when I say, man, I am tired, bro. I am tired. Extremely, extremely tired, man. Pushed to the last. And I know brothers feel the same, man. Pushed to the last little bit of your edge, man. But hey, rest assured, man. The Lord has something special, man, coming for us. All right? And we know that. Hey, we know that through many ways, man. But, just because I said that, I want to grab these lyrics here, all right, before we start grabbing precepts and things, all right, to a song that most of us know, Hold On, I'm Coming, right? And, hey, man, this is really a song between us and the Lord, man. And it's funny because the scriptures even define, right, this truth as a song. You see? No man can learn that song but 144,000. And we've been able to learn this song, man. We've been able to know and understand that our Lord is coming, man. All right? Which, again, that song is the truth, right? Just being used as an analogy of a so sad song, right? But it says, don't you ever be sad. Lean on me when times are bad. When the day comes and you are down in the river of trouble and about to drown. See, now that I said that, let me go ahead and grab another precept real quick. Well, let me grab a precept, just starting out, and then continue, because you'll see how the scriptures clearly go hand in hand with this, man. All right, and this is the power that's in our corner, man. All right, we're able to see it. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for that. You see, what do you say? Lean on me, man. We have a way out. We have a scapegoat, man. That's what Yahushai really is, if you think about it. You see, the scapegoat, escape from death, man. You see, we're all cursed. But Yahushai overcame the law. So therefore, hey, we've been brought into this grace, man, that we can return. You see, Yahushai brought us back, man. All right, but let me go ahead and grab that precept real quick. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 43. And verse 2, it says, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. Salakia running it back, Isaiah 43 and verse 2, and it reads, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. You see that, man? Hey, so at the end of the day, man, hey, the Lord will be with us, even though we're going to go through the waters, right? The overflowing waters, which was right here in the lyrics that we had grabbed, right? It says, don't you have to be sad. Lean on me when times are bad. When the day comes and you are down in a river of trouble about to drown. Hey, man, again, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee, and through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. You see that, man? Let's go ahead and back up a verse. Verse 1, it says, but now, thus saith the Lord that created thee, O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, fear not. For I have redeemed thee. How did he redeem us? By, again, giving us Yahushai, man. That's what Yahushai's role was, man. The scapegoat for Israel. So that Israel could be forgiven, so that they can then rule this earth, man. A governing body, a theocracy, is what really all prophecy leads to, man. Look up that word theocracy if you don't know it, man. Continuing, it reads, fear not, for I have redeemed thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. You see that, man? Thou art the Lord's, man. All right. And again, hey, he's going to deliver us from the overflowing waters. He's going to deliver us from the troubles, man. Though this place is vexing, tiring, right? In fact, the scriptures tell us what, man? Pursuant to the book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 25, if I'm not mistaken, it reads, and through his policy he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Right? Talking about the ruler of this current world, man. Esau, Edom. All right? He who was prophesied to bear rule in these last days. Okay? This last, right, to deliver out this oppression, even. Which, Lord willing, we'll grab the curses here in a little bit. All right? But anyway, let's see, verse... Salakia, chapter 7 and verse 25, and it reads, and he shall speak great words against the Most High. Yeah, this devil and his blasphemies, man. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Even another way that he blasphemed the Most High is by what, man? Painting that Caucasoid, right? So-called white image of God over the world, man. It says, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Look, man, we're worn out. You see, that's a way to identify that you're on the right track, man, because you get worn out here. All right, but nonetheless, we don't need to be in that woe is me type of spirit, man. You see, we've been given this light, man. I mean, look at these people in the world, man. They suffering too. At least we have the answer. At least we understand the bigger picture, man. You see? So let's go ahead and I wanted to grab this out of the book of Sirach. Forgive me, 2nd Esdras, chapter 7. All right, because it reminded me of what we were just reading out of the book of Isaiah, man. All right, what did it say? That there was that he'll deliver us from overflowing waters and from the flame, man. Look at Radshag, Meshach, and Abednego, man. Did not bow the knee to the image. Did not bow the knee to the governing beast body of that world at that time, right? And they were delivered, man. You see, again, this is the power that we have in our corner so long as we continue, man. All right, so again, man, hey, be patient. You see, I know it's vexing out here. I'm tired as hell, man. I am tired as hell. But you know what? All right, we just got to do what we got to do, man. Again, at least we've been quickened to this knowledge. You see, could you imagine being out there in the world and not knowing your right from your left, man? Probably be dead by now. So anyway, going on, or starting it off, I guess. 2nd Ezra chapter 7. Let's see. Verse 11. In fact, it's like in verse 6, there's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and it is full of good things. This is likened unto our inheritance, man. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. So again, man, hey, we have both of the waters and the fire, man, and the Heavenly Father. And you know what's also spiritual about it, man? What is the first and second death, right? That first death being the water that covered the earth, and the second death being the fire, man. You see how miraculous that is? The Heavenly Father, man, is with his elect. You see, in fact, the scriptures also tell us, I'll grab it here in a second, right, that, hey, the Lord isn't going to give us too much we can handle, man. Again, he knows what we can handle. He ain't going to push you over the edge, man. He's going to give you what you need to continue getting back up, because you are going to fall. You are going to fall. You're going to slip at times. You're going to fall halfway down the damn edge and miraculously grab a root and climb your way back up there. You see? So, hey, it ain't a pretty walk, man. It is a very difficult walk, and that's why Paul refers to it as the good fight of faith, man. Even Paul was struggling with the flesh. In fact, Yahawashi, right? He was the only one to be able to overcome the law and defeat the flesh, man, for us. So that shows you, man, hey, it's going to be hard. We're going to get vexed, right? In fact, the book of Sirach tells us that we judge ourselves harder than 7 watchmen. That means that 7 spiritual men judging you will not be as tough as your own judgments against yourself, man. We are our toughest critics, so to speak. And it's very hard trying to follow Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and still having this flesh upon you, man. You see, that's why it's a balance. That's why we fight this flesh to the best of our ability, man. Right? And, and we don't use, we don't abuse the world, but hey, like the scriptures say, be in the world but not of it. But let me go ahead and grab some of them scriptures, man. So yeah, let me go ahead and start off here.
34358.
You're reading. It says the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as of there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and only one path between them both. And only one path between them both. Going on, it says, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So that's the straight and narrow gate, right? Hey, so we got to walk upon this pathway, man. Not slip too far to the left or to the right, or that's your ass. You see, and again, at times you're going to slip, at times you're going to stumble, at times you may trip. But hey, as it is written, he that falleth 7 times, right? Get back up 7 times, man. So you got to continue to fight this flesh. You got to continue to not give up. You see, that's the key component, man. You see, the spiritual demon Satan, the sifter, is out among you, man. And what does it say? He's like a ravenous lion, seeing who he may devour, to and fro. You got to actually imagine this, man. You had to picture a giant lion, right? The slobber coming out its mouth and blood all up on its face, messed up, maybe a scarred eyeball like that one off the lion off the Lion King. Hey, this huge lion, man, in the spiritual coming up and just sniffing you, man, breathing over you, man, trying to get you to give up, man, trying to get you to demonize yourself, man, trying to get you to lose your patience and act out of character, just like he did with Job, right? Hey, but Lord willing, right, we don't give in, man. And again, there's gonna be times where you stumble and trip, but the key component is to not give up, man. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen where brothers got, their own personal situation, something going on with them, man, and they just stop coming around. And sometimes it's even because they feel, they feel like they're not worthy to go out and do what is required of them, man. But again, you've been required. You see? That's why the scriptures say what? What does it refer to us as, these prophets in these last days? Let's see. Again, you got to remember, John the Revelator, when he saw the innumerable multitude, the 1/3 of Israel being saved, who, mind you, been scattered throughout the world, he's going to be looking at these. He was looking at, hey, who are these guys, man? He was just in shock, right? Not knowing who they were. You see? Book of Luke, chapter 14, I believe. And just try to get straight to the main point. Yeah, here we go. This is Luke chapter 14 and verse 16. It says, "Then said he unto him, a certain man made a great supper and bade many." Right? So this great supper was made, man. This great supper, and let's see who was bade, who was invited, man. And what it goes on to tell us. In fact, we'll go ahead and read a little bit more of it. It says, verse 17, "And sent his servant at supper time to say to them that were bidden, Come, for all things are now made ready. And they all with one consent began to make excuse. The first said unto him, I have bought a piece of ground, and I must needs to go see it. I pray thee have me excuse." So they all began to have excuses, man. All these men, right? And again, who was this calling for, man? Who was being preached to? Who was waiting for salvation? The Israelites, right? So this calling was towards the Israelites. And at that time, you had the inner circle of Israel, so to speak, man. You had the synagogues, right? You had the Pharisees, Sadducees. You had to be brought up within it to be part of it, man. In fact, the book of the Acts tells us that it was an unclean thing for an Israelite to even be around a heathen, man. All right, so this shows you, right? They basically cut everyone else out, you see? And it's just because they were trying to be in righteousness. But nonetheless, Yahushua brought forgiveness. So that means there's forgiveness for them Israelites who were so said cut out, right? But nonetheless, through these men's pride, right, and ego, you see, they didn't receive Yahushua, man. In fact, we'll go ahead and really, you know, you can read it throughout all the letters, right? How Yahushua went and prophesied to the Israelites first and foremost. But then when Paul came in, what did he do, man? He brought forth the understanding of the Israelite foreigners, all them Israelites who've been scattered, right? Pursuing the Acts, the 2nd chapter, how all these Israelites came from all the four corners of the earth, man, right? Coming back to their heritage. You see? So again, all these men were bade, right? They were prophesied to in the beginning to make excuses, man. So let's go ahead and jump to verse 21. It says, "So that servant came and showed his Lord these things." Hey, look, I invited them, Lord, and you know, these guys said this, these guys said that, these guys, basically, these are their excuses, right? It says, "Then the master of the house," in this analogy being Yahushua, man, "being angry, said to his servant, Go out quickly into the lanes, into the streets and the lanes of the city, and bring in hither the poor and the maimed, and the halt and the blind." Hey, that's why we're out on the highways and the byways. What are we liking unto? The poor, the maimed, the halt, and the blind. Why is that? Because we've been scattered throughout this world, right? Picked up these different ways, been through all sorts of hell, man. Continuing to go through hell, but guess what? We're fighting, man. Guess what? We're continuing. You see? Again. What did it say, man? It says, I'm gonna wait for it to load, I guess. God, hey, again, man. What did it say? "And a river In fact, we'll start right here. It says, when the day, right at the top, when the day comes and you are down in a river of trouble and about to drown. Hey, then we hit that chorus. Just hold on, I'm coming. Hold on, I'm coming, man. Hey, he's coming for us, man. I'm on your way, my lover. Hey, what does he say, man? Hey, he's bid us to the marriage. You see? No need to suffer, baby. Don't worry, because I'm here. Hey, man, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is here, man. And we've gotten a taste of it during this grace period to build up our faith that we may overcome when the grace period is over. Well, the grace period's over. What's going to be required at you? Your works. You got your money to pay your rent because your grace is over, man. If you don't got it, then you're out. You see, you ain't going to be in that invited to the supper, so to speak, man. You see, so again, we'll be going through all sorts of hell just to get here, man. Just to get to this point. And that's part of the ass whooping we got to take, I guess, man. Because I said that, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, and let's see, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So this is what would befall upon us, man. This is basically like your father saying, hey, if you don't do this, then you're going to catch this type of a spanking. And now we catching the spanking, man. And we can't be mad at it, you see? We just got to learn accountability. We were accountable. We must be accountable for our actions, man. Take the suffering, right? And we're going to receive the fruit for it, man. Right? That's why a supper is a beautiful analogy as well, because what do you have to do in order to gain supper? You have to work, you have to pay for the food, and then you got to cook the food, man. So you had to put in all that work to then reap the spoils of your labor, man. And that's what we're doing, man. We're working, we're grinding, we're putting it in. That Lord willing, it'd be paid off soon, man. And again, hey, it's evident that time is approaching. You see, so stay patient, man. I know it's vexing out here. I know it's tiring, right? He shall wear out his saints. In fact, continuing on, let's see, verse verse 23. It says, and thy heaven that is over thy head shall be as brass, and the earth that is under thy feet shall be as iron. This has basically been made one giant prison for us, man. You see? And whose pockets are getting bigger? Those who have lined it through our debt. We are legal slaves, man. What did they do with the slaves after so-called slavery was abolished, man? After the Emancipation Proclamation. They paid them wages. And they also set up something called storehouses upon those plantations. Those storehouses, they set those prices, right? And you could look this up, right? I even went as far as went and toured, a couple of things and went and saw some things in the flesh, right? I physically saw these storehouses, man, right? And what they did is they jacked up the prices to a degree where they would put these people slowly but surely in debt, putting them at a point where they had to continue slaving away at these plantations, barely making enough to get their food and their clothing, which they already got for free during the time of being a slave. You see? So anyway, hey, that's why Micah 2:10 says that this is not our rest, man. It is polluted and it shall destroy us with a sure destruction. All right, this ain't our resting place, man. Our resting place is coming. This place is brass and iron unto us, right? Let me go ahead and just grab another couple verses here. This is Verse 24, continuing on, it says, and the Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust, and the heavens shall come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. So, hey, we're just going to be going through it, man. Now, in every way, there was a couple verses up. It said that we'll be cursed in our going out and in our coming in. You see? So this is all part of the hell we had to catch, man. It even goes as far as to going into chattel slavery. You see, it even goes as far as going into adultery, man. Verse 30, let's read that. It says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lay with her. Look at that. Hey, and Esau has really allowed this to happen on a mass level, man. You see, in ancient times, adultery was a sin worthy of death. But now, right, hey, she's able to jump on the carousel, if you know what I mean. And they do. And now you have all these relationship problems because you done been with all kind of men. You know, probably have multiple children from different men. And now you wondering why you going through so much hell, man. And again, it's because of the curses. It's because we went off and now we're catching a spanking. And that spanking came in the form of, right, maybe you going through that as a woman, or maybe your woman maybe you having to deal with that as a man with your woman, whatever the case may be, man. Whatever the case may be out here. Right? What does that other song say? Don't worry. No, is that one? Don't worry, be happy. Something along the lines of, I know it's Shaggy, right? And he's saying something along the lines of, there's always someone who has it worse than you, man. All right, when you're down and you're feeling blue, just remember there's always someone who has, hey, we all going through it, man. We all, hey, and especially keep in the back of your mind that you ain't the only brother, man. These brothers are going through it as well, and they're continuing to come to camp every week, man. They're continuing to do their videos. They're continuing to fight the flesh. They're continuing to talk among one another, man, to build each other up. So what is your excuse, man? Right? And I speak for myself first and foremost, man. It's a tough walk. It gets very, very tiring sometimes. But what else will we be doing, man? Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right? Lord willing, we can just endure and get through, man. As long as we believe and depend on Yahushai, there is no going wrong, man. Because he's coming. Hold on, stand strong. Oh, I didn't finish that verse. It says, going on, thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Hey, look at all these houses you see the tribes building, man. Well, how many houses you built to live in? I'll tell you myself, man, I built plenty of houses, apartments, hotels, you name it, man. Casinos. Which one of these was mine? Not a damn one, man. Again, this is another part of the whooping we catching. But again, some of us are learning accountability through it, man. All right. Going on, it says, and thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Right? Hey, we over here planting and building up the gardens of this world, man, of our enemies, of Esau, Edom. Right? The good old story, the young Jake Gardner boy and what have you. Right? Doing the gardening of Esau, man. But anyway, you know, I believe that the point's been made here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and close it up. Lord willing, this was edifying, man. Yeah, man. Hey, we got another thing coming, you see, and we got to stay patient to get there. You see, like the scriptures say, man. In fact, we'll go ahead and close it on that. It's a book of Sirach. This is the book of Sirach. Here it is, Sirach 35 and 20. It says, mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as clouds of rain in the time of a drought. Hey, so just like the clouds of rain in the time of a drought, hey, you hoping for them, you crying for them, you begging for them, you dreaming about them, you having mirages and visions, and you name it, man. Hey, so is mercy, man. We waiting for that mercy. What's the word salvation mean? Look that up in the blue letter, man. Look that up in the New Testament, right? What does it go into? The deliverance of the molestation of thine enemies, man. Our enemies have put their hands upon us, enslaved us, deceived us, lied to us, broken us. Now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? Hey, we're returning, man. Which marks prophecy, and it marks that what's next is finally that mercy, man. It's seasonable, which means it's coming, but it has to come in its season, man. So stay patient, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash, double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere peace, love, blessing, salutations unto all those of you hopeful and faithful, sincere, potential members of the elect out there, doing the best to make the calling of your election sure wheresoever you may be in these last days. Till next time again, this is Brother Gar. Shalom.